Fire in the hole.
So what you saw there was this. It's a simulated charge demolition M112. So it's supposed to be it's pretty much a prop for C4 or any kind of games where you need to destroy something or whatever you want to use it for in a game. But I'll show you how to assemble this. So we've got this, the simulated charge right here. And then this, the M81 Ignitor. So the parts, you 3D print. You have this, I made mine out of TPU. Never tried it out of PLA or any other thing. I mean, probably wouldn't hurt if you tried it. But it prints like it TPU because it's has kind of flex to it. Kind of gives it feel like actual C4 a little bit. And at the end, little hole where you place the right here, the blasting cap, or the not really a blasting cap. It's actually just a black cap. Looks like a blasting cap. So you got this. You got the parts for the initiator. You just screw together. And of course, you'll paint it. Looks something like this. There. And then this is the paint that I use for it. I think it's pretty close to the olive drab green or the OD green. So I did try it before with this. This is not 3D printed at all. This is actually a piece of wood that I cut down to size and I just drilled a hole in here. With that, this will be in there too. So this one right here, I just printed this on my regular ink printer, and I used this right here to print it on. So waterproof sticker paper. You can use regular just printer paper and tape it on there. That's what I did with this one. It works okay. I use like packing tape, and I packed this up on here, so or taped it up on here with packing tape. Works all right, not too bad. But I like 3D printing stuff. This is a lot of fun, and it gives it, you know, kind of some flex to it, almost like the real C4. All right, so let's take a look. So we've got this, our print. We've got our two pieces. You're also going to need some Cannon fuse. So I use this right here, the safety fuse. So I think I got this off of Amazon, or you can get it off of pyro sites like pyrotechnic sites, stuff like that. Several different places is pretty common. For the for this part, for the simulated blasting cap right here, you can use the ones that come in a package where they're all, you know, tied up together and taken apart, or you can use these ones that are already taken apart. It doesn't matter. You'll get the same effect. So fuse, then you'll need some of this stuff right here. So exact same stuff that's on the side. The match, box matches, the strike paper, and then of course you'll need some matches. And right here, and then the ring for the end of it right here. So let's go ahead and start to assemble this thing. Oh, also some tape. So on the back of this right here, to get it to stick onto things. Tried regular duct tape, didn't work too well, just kind of fell off. So I use this, kind of see it in there. It's the Gorilla Glue. tape that works really well, heavy duty. I do use some duct tape on here on firework, and this kind of gives it a silver appearance like a blasting cap. So that's kind of use that for there. And then on the inside, I'll show you. I'll just show you here. I'll take it apart. On the inside, get the match. And I use electrical tape for this because I can pull it tight and it's pretty thin. And so it just gets taped right next to that fuse. And then on the inside, see this one kind of got a little burnt. I pulled it, tried to do a demonstration on the match, got stuck, and it just melted the, burnt inside of here. And it got stuck, and of course, there wasn't enough oxygen, so it put itself out. That was one thing I did try to do, was I tried to have it more like an actual detonator, the M81, where I was going to have the fuse attached to this and you just pull on it. And, of course that drags it across the surface, but it didn't work that way. I ran into the same issue. I just wasn't getting enough oxygen on the inside and it was just burning itself out. So, use the keep it simple, stupid method, and then essentially all you do is this gets seated inside of here. And as you pull this out, it rubs against the striker pad, catches the match on fire, and then sets the fuse on fire, and then it travels all the way down to the end where the black cat is, or our notional or our pretend blasting cap is at. So to assemble this, I've already got some pre-cut stuff here. Set this stuff to the side. So went ahead and spray painted one of these. So let's start off with this thing here. So we're gonna do this right here, unscrew it. And we're gonna lay it flat here. And then these little strips right here that are this stuff. I got these off of Amazon. They come in little strips on here. You can kind of see right here, they kind of just bend like this. So I pretty much took one of those, cut it off, and then cut it in half so it fits right in the middle. Let's go ahead and apply it. I can peel it off. Here it goes. Alright, there's one. And it just lays right down in the center of here. That one's in there. Let's get the other one. There is number 2. Right down in there. Alright, so now we have the initiator ready. So next, let's go ahead and build our the blasting cap here. So need one of these. And we're gonna grab some scissors from my Leatherman matches. And got this right here. There you go. Now you guys can see. that. So what I found works best is there's kind of, at least on these ones, there's kind of a little bit of a hole down in here. And shove that all the way in there, and then you're going to have this match, or get as close as you can together when you tape it. All right. Now then, I'm gonna make this just as wide. About there. There. So it's secured, so you can see it. So got it right here. So it's going to be secured, and then we're just going to roll it up tight like this. Let me see that. Okay, so now then, from my assistant over there. So now then, right here, should fit right into the hole. Right in there. All right, perfect. All right, fits. So now then, we're gonna build this part where it'll catch. So I've tried different things with, you know, different setups for this, and best I've found so far is if you have it so it's even, and when you tape it, you don't want the tape right up at the top. You want to leave some room, because that tape will smother it and it won't get oxygen. So you want to leave it a little bit of room so it doesn't block the oxygen. And I've also found that, you know, less tape is more oxygen in this case. So you don't need a lot, because you'll see it when you print it, but when you look in the inside, it's not a circle on the inside, it's more of an oval, so that space coming out of there is kind of tight. I did that for a reason, because I wanted friction on that match when it was being pulled out, so that way it was, you know, would catch, it would hit that striker pad and it would catch on fire. And it helps it keep from, you know, falling out of the thing, so. Alright. So now then, set this there. And this is going to be right even the tip of it. Right there. Try and get them as close as possible as I can. And get it wrapped around and pull it tight so they're close together. There's not a lot of room in there. And that little initiator tube. And then next, secure the bottom of it so it doesn't flip back and forth like this. Now then, that is pretty secure. So now then, this is going to go in here. So now we need to take this and stick it through here. And you can kind of tell if it starts to snag on this, it's not going to come out and that match is going to slide out of the tape and just sit inside of there and burn. So you may have to adjust how much tape you use so it comes out. Yeah, I think I've got too much on there. So it doesn't take a lot. Let's see if I can do that right there. Just a little bit. Take a little bit off. There we go. Alright, so this sits down right there. And I put it at the end of the striker here, that striker pad, so I've got, you know, as much surface area for that thing to travel down. Yep, forgot this part. I gotta put the end cap on it. That's much better. So that goes right on there. And this one, make sure you put it the right end down. Matches right there. All right, what you got on there? Then you can take this. Let's get screwed onto here. And you can put the cap on there. And just tighten it down. And then the last step right here. The ring goes on it, just like that. That looks like an initiator. Alright, so that step's done. Now, for this right here. Now, we're going to put this wrapper for this right here. I'm going to put this on the C4. Alright, so I have found that works best is if you look at this, there's this end right here that's got a little bit of an edge. What's going to happen is this is going to wrap around here, and then this little edge here is going to fold over the front. You can see it on here. You might be able to see it on the back of this one right there. You can kind of catch the edge of it right there. So it's going to fold right on there. This is going to wrap around, and it's going to kind of seal it on the backside. So what I found though, instead of starting at this end down here where it's got a little extra flap on there, a little extra tab, it's better to start on this end. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get this thing peeled. This brand seems to be kind of a pain to peel. Let's see if we can get it. All right, there we go. There's that. It doesn't matter. All right, so now then, here, take this. So not this end, this end right here. Match that up. Right to here. Alright. And then what I like to do, so I've got that, then I'm going to take this end, I'm going to bend it over, and then pull these little end tabs down. Side, and then this side right here. And this is going to wrap around. And I think I got a little crooked here. And I don't have it even. Let's start this over. It's not lined up right. It's off just a little bit. It'll throw everything off. It's gotta be kind of precise. All right, there we go. That's better. And just smooth it out flat. Oh no, it ripped off. That's okay. And we'll just push that down. All right, now then, go this way. this down here, smooth it out, turn it around, that's flat. Here, and then it ties it to that side, and then lastly, I have to cut that. So we're gonna snip that right there. These have to get cut so they can bend over. Fold this end over. This end over. Like that. Now then, we have an inert brick of demolition charge M112 or C4. So now we've got our M81 Ignitor, and then we've got our demolition charge. And like I said, for the sticky tape to get a stick on whatever you want to initially blow up, I like using this. This works really well. So here they are, one last time. Alright. Alright, let me know what you think. Give it a try. See what you think. See how well it works in your game. Alright, let me know.